Welcome to Home Based Business 101. Like I said, my name is Meredith Banka, founder of the Side Gig Gurus and host of Home Based Business 101 here every single week. And always live here in the group, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Wednesday nights. And this is part two of a four-part series that we're doing really on how to market your small home-based business. So last week we talked about audience, and this week we're going to be talking about offer. And it's like I said last week, which comes first, the chicken or the egg, which comes first, the audience or the offer. We can make those arguments all day long, but you absolutely can't be marketing your business unless you are talking about both of those things. So tonight we're diving into the offer. And you hear a lot about this online, I'm kind of almost becoming like a little bit anti-giant guru. I'm becoming more pro home-based business coach, more practical knowledge, more somebody that's in the trenches, doing the work, has done the work again and again, instead of somebody that's completely stepped out of the world of building business and is really only teaching business these days. So here with me, you get both. I'm teaching business, but I'm also directly involved in my own business, more than one that I own, as well as my husband's business, which is really pretty cool. He's got a brick and mortar, I've got an online business, and I've got a coaching business. So you kind of get the best of all of those worlds combined here. So what the hell is the offer anyway? You see all these people talking about it like, oh, you need to have an irresistible offer. What is your irresistible offer? How does that work? First of all, I want you to understand you have more than one offer in your business. You have more than one offer. And it's a matter of figuring out how do these offers come together in an escalating method that allows people to move from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, right? You're trying to constantly deepen the relationship with the people who do business with you. And this is in particularly true if you are doing business online. Your offer could simply be a friend request. Your offer could be join a group. Your offer could be, hey, can I have coffee with you? Your offer could be buy a course, download a PDF, buy an entry level packet of my products, book your first meeting with me, book your first appointment with me, buy this small product from me. That could be an offer. An offer could be join me for a year of private coaching for $25,000. That could also be an offer. An offer could be a car. Maybe you own a car lot. That could be an offer, but the offer at the car lot could also be a car repair or a car wash or a free test drive. All of those things are offers. It's anything that you are going to put in front of your prospective audience, of your buyer, and say, hey, you want some of this? That's what your offer is. And what you want to figure out is which of the offers are the offers that are going to be the core of your business. So let's think about a shopping mall, right? I know they're dying, but everybody knows shopping malls because we've all been into one. Whether you're 20 or whether you're 80, you've been into a mall. And you get the construct of the way that the mall was built. You have these ends of the mall, right? You've got like these big flagship stores. You've got Nordstrom, you've got Neiman Marcus, you've got Macy's, you've got JCPenney. You used to have Sears, they're gone now. Like we could go down the road of all the ones that are gone, but you get what I'm talking about. Those are the core offers at the mall. They're the big offers. They're the big money makers. They're the big draw. But in between those stores, you have a whole bunch of other little things. And all of those little things are surrounding offers that you can use to sweeten the pot. So you've got to figure out, do I have a solo offer business? You might sell only one thing. That is okay. You might sell more than one thing, but you also may have things that are offers that you do not sell that are designed in order to get eyeballs into your store. This would be freebies, this would be downloads, this would be groups, this would be communities, this would be challenges, this would be events, anything that's going to bring people in to your offer. So see, we've had a couple people pop in and out here live. Hey, Martha, glad to see you here. Sometimes I wish that lives were like two-way so that we could see one another, or podcasts were two-way so that I could be with you while you were listening. But it's not practical, obviously. But I just would love to know everybody who hears all of these great fun lessons that we do, because I really do think they're making an impact in the world for people. And that's really what I'm here to do. The more entrepreneurs that can get get out there and be successful in business, the more the tide rises for everybody. So hallelujah to all you guys that have been brave enough to start your own businesses and even thinking about starting a business. This conversation tonight's really critical for you. So I happen to know Martha pretty well, so we can use her as an example. Martha owns a bed and breakfast. Staying the night at Martha's bed and breakfast is the bread and butter of her business. That is her core flagship end of the mall offer. That's what she's got the most of. It's quite profitable. That's what she wants to market the most. But she's also got a couple of other things on opposing ends in between that she also does. And some of those are lower price points. Like she apparently makes some killer scones. I haven't gotten to try them yet because her bed and breakfast is in Virginia and I am in Washington, but it is on my hit list because I want to go and see this place and you should too. It is amazing, 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 amazing. It's called Hillcrest Mansion. You guys have to go check it out. Anyway, Martha makes these scones and she sells the scones. That's a low ticket offer. She could sell the scones at a local restaurant, a local bakery, a local coffee shop, and people would be like, oh, what's Hillcrest Manor? I'm curious about that because this scone is really good. Oh, wow. Another offer she has is high tea. Don't have to stay the night with her. Don't have to be, from far away to enjoy the Hillcrest Mansion. I can be a local and go have a wonderful tea and enjoy her scones. That's another offer. At the same time, she also does events. You want to have an incredible wedding, fully catered, have your whole entire party stay there. She's even got a guest house next door that's an Airbnb. If you've got overflow people, she's got a pool, she's got gardens, she's got a butler, she's got a maid. She puts on incredible high-end events for people. That is also an offer. Do you love that in the background right there? For those of you that are catching me live, can you see my little boy and his little buddy popping in and out right back there? That is why we want to be successful in our home-based businesses, so that while my son's having a play date, while your kids are having play dates, while your grandkids are over hanging out, you can be changing the world with your business. So to do that, you got to get your offer right. So understand in this offer structure, don't just write down all the things you want to put out there. Write down all the things that you want to put out there. I just sent an email to my list tonight saying, hey, I'm going live right now at 5:30. That was my offer. My offer was come join me live. And if you can't catch it live, catch it on the replay. But in that email, I also put an offer to a brand new downloadable tool that I've created for all of you that is called the 60-minute marketing method. The 60-minute marketing method is like a 15, 18, 19 page long PDF that walks you through this exact process that we're going through in these 4 weeks that we're in the middle of right now. Talks about your mindset, talks about your offer, talks about your goals, talks about your audience, helps you with your marketing strategy, your overall plan, monetization, all of that. And it's a method that you can use every time you get ready to offer anything. It's kind of like the Bible of offers. So you want to go to that thing every time, right? You bring out your Bible every time you want to pray. You want to bring out this book every single time you want to put together an offer, even if it's free, because then you won't miss anything. You'll go through step by step by step by step. So with your offer, you've got to figure out, number one, who's it for? Is it for your entire audience or a subset of your audience? Number two, you've got to figure out what is the unique value proposition of that offer. Why would somebody in your audience want or need this? What problem are you trying to solve? Number three, you've got to figure out your pricing structure. How much are you going to charge for that offer, if anything at all? Then number four, you got to figure out how you're going to deliver it. How are you going to deliver it? Do you have to ship it? Are you going to drop ship it? Is it just like a download? Is it a link? How are you going to offer it? Or is it an appointment you want somebody to book and they get to go to your calendar to set up the appointment? How are you going to do that? How are you going to follow up once somebody has bought? And where does this offer fit in your overall offer structure? This is where the concept that I teach of a low ticket, mid ticket, and high ticket offer comes into play. I get it. Some of you may have really high ticket offers and really only want to be offering that high ticket. Martha's an example of that. Staying at her Airbnb, an overnight stay, a weekend stay. That's more of a high ticket item than a half dozen scones, no doubt. So that's Martha's end goal, is to get you to stay the night. But in order to get you there, she offers some breadcrumbs along the way to help you decide you want to do business with her. Certainly, some people will just decide straight away, I'm ready to stay the night at Hillcrest Mansion because it's amazing and I'm going to be in that area and I've been looking for a place to stay and that's where I want to be. So they book. They go straight to the high ticket offer. But other people are going to be like, oh, I'm not sure. I'm just in the area for the day and I stopped at this coffee shop down the road and I had this scone. It was so great and it intrigued me about this mansion. Or, wow, I saw this article in this magazine all about high tea and it was about this beautiful mansion. And I'm going to be in Virginia in a couple of months and I wonder where that is and if it's going to be close to where I am. I mean, this is the mindset of the people that are coming across these low ticket offers. They're in what I call the consideration phase, right? So your first phase of marketing is awareness. People have to know you exist. Do not make the mistake of thinking that because you have a web page, because you have a funnel, because you have a product, an offer, a brick and mortar business, that people know that you're on the planet. Until you start letting them know by getting out there and promoting yourself and actively marketing your business, you cannot hope that the internet gods or that the traffic fairy princesses are going to drop down onto you all of your ideal clients without you doing anything to get them there. You must go out there and solicit them. That's when you are in that first phase, awareness. People need to know you exist. Once they know that you exist, they will make their first decision. Do I care? Is this for me? Do I want to do business? If I go and look at the Hillcrest Mansion website and it's a little bit higher end than what I'm looking for a Motel 6. I might enjoy the pictures, but I'm now aware that they exist, but I'm not moving on to the consideration phase because I'm not in Martha's target audience. I'm a Motel 6 client. I only want to spend $59 a night. Well, that's not her product or her offer. Does she feel bad that that person learned about her business and then moved on to the Motel 6? Absolutely not, because what she offers wouldn't have satisfied them, right? So we're okay with that. What you have isn't for everybody. So in that first phase of awareness, expect for people to come and check you out, but not 100% of them to do business with you. You want to have some information in that awareness phase that allows people to know enough about who you are and what you do to make a decision to do business with you. That's the consideration phase. This is where describing and talking about your offer. How does it solve their problems? Where does it bring them joy? Who is it that you're serving? What is it that they get? What is the value? Don't focus on the cost. Focus on the value. Yes, at some point you need to have the price conversation with the dollar signs and all of that, but you also want people to understand the value. If people are only into deep discount shopping or purchasing or whatever, they're going to go to Costco and Amazon and Walmart and those kinds of big box stores because that's what they have over you. They have volume and they've got cheap stuff. And that's probably not what you as a home-based business owner or solopreneur or side gig owner have. You've probably got something that's highly valuable, highly desirable, but not necessarily the cheapest thing on the block. And that is okay because what you do have is relationships that you can build in that consideration phase. Get to know people, communicate with them. That's where you're going to capture their lead. This is where you might have a small offer. This is where maybe they can register on your website to get more information, or maybe they could register to get a free recipe once a week from Martha because she happens to be some amazing, amazing chef. Maybe she could do something like that. Hey, get one of the Hillcrest's top secret recipes sent to you once a week for you to try at home. Just give me your email here. That's an offer. And it's an offer with a goal. So for each one of your offers, you need to determine what is it you want. What is the measurement of success? And the measurement of success of every offer is not necessarily cha-ching, the money. It is not necessarily the money. If Martha wanted to give away a free recipe a week, which by the way, Martha, I think that would be awesome. I would love to get a recipe from you once a week. If she wanted to do that, then her goal would just be leads. That's it. Hey, give me your email and I'll give you this piece of value. This recipe that you want because I'm an awesome chef and you are interested in the way that I cook, the types of food that I make because you like this kind of stuff. Tit for tat, right? You give me the email, I give you the recipe. That's a value exchange. So rather than thinking about a financial exchange when it comes to your offers, think about exchanging value. I heard, gosh, probably maybe last summer, I was in a mastermind with a woman, and she talked about money actually being the transference of value. And that really changed my mindset around the way that I think about money. So rather than thinking about this lead magnet, you might hear it called, or low ticket offer, where we're going to give away the recipe and get the email back, don't think, oh man, I'm doing all this work, I'm not making any money, all I'm getting are these emails, and I don't know if these people are ever going to buy from me. Oh man, I've gotten 1,500 people on my list now, but I haven't seen my bookings go up yet. Okay, then let's solve for that problem with the next offer. If you've gotten 1,500 people on your list by giving them an email in exchange for their information, then clearly they're experiencing value in that relationship. They like it. But you're saying, I continue to email them and they're not booking with me. Now you get to see why. Sometimes I've helped clients and gone through campaigns myself, and I realized, well, no wonder they're not buying. There's a broken link in my email. The checkout isn't working. It could be something as simple as that. Or it could be that maybe you're overpriced, or maybe you're underpriced, or maybe people don't understand what they're going to get, or maybe the language isn't clear on the landing page, or maybe it doesn't look savvy enough, or maybe the pictures aren't good enough. Then you can start working on your core offer. Okay, that core offer also needs to demonstrate value. It needs to share the price point, of course, but it needs to demonstrate value. What specifically are they going to get? What makes it different from how they could get it anyplace else? How are you going to be able to deliver it? It's those same exact questions. And then if you happen to have a high ticket offer, which if you do, high ticket offers typically are for your audience members and your customers who have become incredibly, incredibly loyal to you. And you typically have a lot of scarcity around a high ticket offer because high ticket offers are not necessarily scalable, especially because they tend to get very personal and very, very expensive to deliver. So, think about the auto dealer that has, free hot dogs, right? That could be their offer to get you to come test drive a car. You test drive the car, you're not quite ready to buy it, but you give them your name and email, address, and you start getting your car repaired there because their service department was so great. Maybe that puts you into kind of their middle audience. But when you're ready for a car 2 or 3 years from now, you're going to remember them and you're going to go back and convert to that high ticket offer. But you're only going to buy that high ticket offer once every, 3 to 5 years if you're a typical American. So that high ticket offer typically is structured that way. So scarcity around it, as well as how are you going to scale it, especially if it's very personal or if it's time bound, like an event, right? If you're going to do a big, huge Christmas event at the bed and breakfast, you obviously can only do that once a year. You can't have Christmas every month. Although I wish we could. That would be kind of cool. It would be fun. I love Christmas, except for the weather. But anyway, I keep digressing because I'm really excited about this topic. So do you see the difference? Low ticket, mid ticket, high ticket, but they have some of the same qualities embedded in them. So what you want to do is ask yourself those questions. What is the goal of this offer? Well, the goal of putting out, nights that people can come and stay at Martha's Bed and Breakfast, the goal is to get bookings. The goal of putting on her website or, communicating with her whole list that she has a certain number of dates available for weddings this summer is to book weddings. But she may have other things where the goal is to just grab somebody's name, or maybe just to sell some scones, or maybe to get them to come to a day-long event that she's having, like a tea. You need to know what the goal is, because otherwise you end up really upsetting yourself if the goal is not necessarily financially driven. It might be driven to get a lead. It may be driven for research. It may be driven to get some information or to test something around your business. So make sure you're clear on that. Make sure you're clear how you're going to escalate people to a higher value, higher margin product over time. Okay, you can only sell so many of those $7 lead magnets, and if you're paying $25 a lead to sell something for $7, you're upside down in it. So you don't want that to be happening either. You want to make sure you have a clear structure and that each place, at least it's not losing money for you. Or if your lead gen is losing money on a cost per lead at the lead gen stage, but you're converting at a high enough rate to overcome that loss, then that's okay. You just have to know those pieces around it, which is why I encourage you to also understand the price structure and the cost to deliver of each of the offers that you make out there. That's why evergreen offers like courses, email campaigns, simple newsletters, blogs, you can do it once and you can reach a massive audience with it. So there's a lot of scale available. So those are really, really good things to have in your low ticket and maybe even in your mid ticket offer. So I love this topic. I could go on and on and on about it tonight, but here's the thing that I want to leave you with. I have just created an incredible tool for all of you that is called the 60-minute marketing method. And this is, I mentioned it earlier today, this mindset, this piece is incredible. It talks a little bit about mindset. It talks about your goals. It talks about this 4-week section we're going through: audience, offer, how to put them together, and then how to develop specific marketing strategies to sell any offer that you're putting out there and get the results that you want. So if this is where you struggle, if you're the entrepreneur that's like, I have all the things, I've got the website, I've got the landing page, I know what I'm doing, but it's not making sense, my marketing's not coming together. Or if you're the entrepreneur that's saying, I'm not sure how to create a structure of offers. I have a core offer, but I'm not sure how to get it in front of people. I have a core offer, but I'm not sure how I can bring people to understand it. I'm having trouble going from consideration to, or from awareness to consideration to the last one, conversion, awareness, consideration, conversion. If you're falling down in the leaps, the bridges between each one of those steps, then this is absolutely the tool for you, because you probably are forgetting something. You're missing a piece. And if you're not accustomed to doing this type of work, you won't know that. Right? Just like I wouldn't know how to repair a car to save myself. I happen to have 20 years experience in sales and marketing on the corporate side and on the home-based business and entrepreneurial side. So this is the stuff that I know, which is why I put it together in this workbook for you, because you don't know what you don't know. So I'll go ahead and drop a link to the 60-minute method in the conversation here tonight on Facebook, and it'll be in the notes of the podcast recording as well. I just want to say thanks to everybody that joined in. It's always great to see you here live. Don't forget, we'll be back next week on Wednesday with another episode of Home-Based Business 101. And until then, have an amazing week. Go crazy with your marketing, share your value, and do your important work. And we'll see you the next time. Take care, everybody.